which emerging technologies that has a potential to replicate human brain?
I think this must be the AI.
AI.
Yeah.
Okay. What are the technologies that able to eventually replace the function of a human body?
If you want to know more,
Let's
Sembang
Sembang AIoT.
Hello.
Hello. Very good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. How are you today? My name is Cecily.
My name is 𝐀𝐩𝐫𝐢𝐥.
Yeah, happy to see you again. For those friends, Muslim friends who is still celebrating the Raya, so Selamat Hari Raya. So enjoy your holiday still, holiday mood, yeah. Okay, so for some of you who have just came back, yeah. So of course, when we are traveling in KL, the traffic is very smooth, extremely smooth.
Yes.
Extremely smooth.
Extremely smooth.
Many of you must have gone for vacation or balik kampung or everywhere. So, okay, welcome to our this Jom Let's Sembang AIoT session today again. Today is episode number 93, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's episode 93. As to our target of 100 live, that was our challenge 2 years ago, about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So today we are doing this until the 93. We have a 7 to go. Yeah. So of course, very happy to see you. For some of you who are following us, thank you very much. Your support is very valuable for us to and also encouraging us to do more in a very near future. So today, of course, I don't know whether you have seen the picture of our this live just now. Must be something that you already expected. So, of course, that's why I asked 𝐀𝐩𝐫𝐢𝐥. AI is one of them that is able to replace our brain, right?
Yeah.
So, of course, what are the technologies that has a potential of replicating the function of the body?
And that one must be the robot.
Must be a robot. Okay. I still remember many sessions ago from now that we have conducted. There we mentioned about this giant robot. Giant robot. So giant robot at one time was a very famous thing in the TV. Maybe I would say 40 plus years ago. No, maybe 50 years ago. Yeah, that was black and white TV, giant robot. So that time people is already thinking about this robot. Again, that robot is for fighting, to not so much of an autonomous thing, but today's robot is used practically in most of the industry, from a robotic arm to the AGV to the AMR. Right now, it's moving to more humanoid and things like that. That was the answer, that was the answer to how technology is able to replicate or replace functions of a human body. Yeah. So of course, what is this kind of thing going on many years ago until now? What is the main reason? What is the main motive of the human being, wanting to do this kind of robot?
I think at the beginning, because there are a lot of repetitive jobs, especially in the factory.
Yeah.
And then that kind of job sometimes also quite dangerous. So humans start thinking, can we use robot to replace the human worker?
Yeah, I think that was the most kind of problem statement during the industrialization, when we have this mass production. When it comes to this, what you call mass production is in the era of 2.0, industry 2.0, and then moving to the industry 3.0, computerization and automation. Part of the automation is a robot making. Yeah. So like what 𝐀𝐩𝐫𝐢𝐥 has just said, I think it's very true. Very true. A lot of risk when doing certain job. maybe human being is not the right one to perform it. That's why the initiative or the motive that human want to make someone to replace them is always there. Yeah. So that certain of the job can be taken up by the robot or so-called a kind of autonomous robot or things like that. Yeah, that is the main thing that we want to discuss today. So to start up with, I would like to start up with this question, because from the past, I think we talk about we talk about this Industrial 4.0, we talk about this digitalization, we talk about this digital transformation. Always, we want to refer back to the past and present and what are the futures. Yeah, these are the key three probing point that we want to probe into, so that we can get to know. Because by having to enjoy or having to use technology, sometimes we must refer back to the history. Why is it so? You know, where were we last time? You know, where are we now? And what about the future? You know, I think that will be the more reasonable point for us to think now and forward. Yeah. So this is the key thing. So talking about this part, so there's this question, yeah, what kind of industrial problem that in the early days, robotic, is being invented to aim to solve the problem statement at the factory, at the work or at the workflow. What is the early days? What are the things that's available during that time? During the early days, what are the what kind of what kind of industrial problem? What kind of industrial problem that really, just now we discussed about, the motive of making robots. Real problem, what are they? Other than this mass production, things like that.
So it's not the one that I mentioned just now, the repetitive job.
Yes, that one is
dangerous, working environment, sometimes very toxic.
And
then
I think these are the two key one. Of course, part of it also efficiency. You want to increase the efficiency. You want to make sure the sustainability, so that human being, when you do long hours, you can you somehow become tired. But then robots, you can rely, as long as you have make it working in the working condition. If you are properly powered, you can run the thing. So that is the main one. So maybe we can just straight jump to the place where what are the past things. Maybe we would like to address this part. Yeah. I saw this human create Puma.
Yeah.
So this one I didn't know. What is this Puma about?
Puma is a short form. So this one, Puma, is created by the General Motors.
Oh, GE. Oh, not GM.
Yeah.
Okay, General Motors.
So they mainly used for their assembly line to assembly their car. So this one is started at, I think, 1970.
1970s.
1970, around that time.
Yeah.
So that time, why human create this thing? So first thing is to improve the precision, because they need to do some welding during the assembly process. So sometimes human will make mistake, or the quality of the welding is not consistent. So that's why by using robot to do this thing, you can improve the precision, and you have a constant quality output.
So it's a kind of reliability thing that we are considering, more consistent, when you use an engaged robot to do that. So that we were talking about robotic arm, right? Robotic arm.
Yeah, this one is a very first version of the robotic arm.
First version of robotic arm.
And then they also want to reduce the labor cost.
But does it really reduce labor costs?
Yeah, in long run.
In the long run,
yeah. In the long run, you will reduce.
Because the initial investment during that time may be high, or maybe high. You know, that one you're talking about what, 50, 60, 50 plus years ago.
Yes.
Yeah, that kind of investment to do this one is not.
It also depends on what kind of product you are producing. That time they are producing a car.
So yeah, until now, if you go to this automotive industry, there are many big robotic arms still working. You know.
That one is considered this category, the Puma.
The Puma.
The very big one.
Yeah, sometimes they take the chassis and then they turn around, and then they do this kind of thing. That kind of arm thing, human being is not able to do that. So that is one of the source where motivates many of the industrial players to come into inventing the robots and new robots. Yeah. Okay, so that was the. So we are talking about the past. Past is our entry point is robotic arm. They were talking about robotic arm. I think during the time, the robotic arm must be very kind of primitive, where the movement can be only maybe 1, 2, 3 direction.
Yeah, this one depends on how you program it. So in the next slide, we'll talk about the limitation of this system.
Oh, okay. Let's just move on.
Yeah, so the first one is the lack of the flexibility. So everything is hard programmed. It's not adaptive at all. So once you program how the robotic arm move, it will only move like that.
Okay.
And then, most of the time you can see there's a cage. This one to protect human, not to entering the operation zone of the machine, because the machine don't know there's a human nearby. So it's very dangerous. So it don't have no environmental awareness because lack of the sensor for the vision, the force, the proximity, that kind of thing. And then and also have the safety risk. There's no collaborative or the safety features during that time. It's very hard to implement this kind of
Actually,
thing.
until now, there are big robots also still don't have that thing.
They just put the cage.
They put the cage. They cage it.
The cage. That one is the most cost-effective, most simple way for safety.
Correct.
And then it also requires very complex programming. So it requires specialized knowledge. So operator, they don't have that kind of knowledge to operate this thing. So this one requires special knowledge to program it. So not everyone able to handle this thing during that time.
Okay.
And then limited real-time control. So there's no real-time decision making or adjustment.
I think during the time is still very, I would say very primitive lah. The thing is up, down, take, down, or left, right, kind of thing. That thing will be changed at what time? I think when you come to robotic stuff, it's actually tied at the back end is the what they call the motion control. Motion control. When motion control, you can control, let's say, up to multiple axes. Yeah. So when you say left, right, or front is maybe 2-dimensional, or 2 axes. When you come to a third axis, Z, Z, and then you can have a multiple axis, combination. That is where robotic become, the arm can, you can move at a different angle. So that is actually driven by, I think Japanese is very good in this. Of course, European also very good in these two parts. So if I'm not mistaken, like KUKA robot. KUKA robot is one of the very branded robot. And then there are some Japanese robots, some Japanese robot. So in the past, we have invited before, who is that? Smart Sense, one of our partners, one of our friends, partners. So they were talking about palletizing thing robot. That type is not this one. Is already a present version. So that is a thing. So if you want to see some of this one, you can go back. I think who is that? The lady name, what is the name already? I still can't remember. Sorry about that. It's Mr. Ho's daughters. Okay, never mind. So let's move on from here. This is Cobot.
Yeah, this is the present. So today technology.
Yeah, today technology. So what is so special about cobots in this era? I mean, in the present moment, cobot.
First, we are doing some research for this topic. So first, when I look at the Puma, then I start asking myself, since already got Puma, then why we need Cobot?
Okay.
So that's why I prepared this slide. So actually, the Cobot has the first thing is to enhance the safety already.
Okay.
So human can work together beside the robot.
Safety means when you bend something or they got some force inside, so you stop or you I mean soften the movement.
Yeah, I think something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's more safety compared to the previous version. So and then you can see over here in the image, there's no cage anymore. So human can just standing beside the robot and then working together with the.
Oh, that's why it's so called cobot lah.
Yeah.
Collaboration kind of robot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it also have more flexibility, so it can adapt easily to various tasks. Because I think it's the evolution of their robotic, the grip, how they do the gripping already.
Right.
And then the efficiency also increased because now we combine the robotic precision with the human decision making together. Previously, only the robot itself. So if anything goes wrong, robot don't know. But now got human beside supervised. So human can straight away make decision if the robot doing something wrong.
I've seen before this human can also interfere, to correct the position of the robot.
Yeah.
So he will learn also at that time. So next time he will come to the right place.
Yes.
Okay. So of course it will reduce physical strain
Yeah, at the end it's helping the human.
Okay. So from what you see here, when you talk about cobot, at the end of the day, the proper or the most efficient robot or most efficient autonomous robot will require human being interference. Human intervention. You need human. So that's why, that's it coming to cobot. So in future, I don't know whether you talk about the future yet. In future, they must contain of some certain sort of a human ingredient inside to make it a part where when human is not there, so he also can do things, something like that.
Yeah.
Could it be like that?
I think this one should be the trend.
It has to be the trend because you already involve people.
Yeah.
So if you want to kick out these people, I still need to get it more autonomous to do the part lah. Yeah. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah. So, but until today, the Cobot still got a limitation. It's not something perfect. So first thing is the speed and the payload limitation. So first, the Cobot is not moving very fast. It's operate at a slower bit, slower speed, and with lower payload. And then second is the integration challenge. So how are you going to integrate this thing into your existing system? It's not something easy. So you require special knowledge to do this thing, to do the integration part. And then the human adaptation. So before this, your worker is working alone. Now your worker needs to learn how to collaborate with the robot to work together. So your worker needs some time to adapt to this new working style. So there's a learning curve for the worker in a collaborative environment. And then the perceptual and the sensory constraint. So sometimes the sensor maybe it's not perfect, or there's some limitation in the sensor, so it also cause you some problem.
Okay. So these are some limitation within the cobot. Oh, so he hasn't bring more value down. Now we got this limitation already.
Yeah, everything got advantages and disadvantages.
Okay.
So what we hopefully in the future, the next generation of the robot able to solve all these limitations.
Of course. So by the way, if you are watching us right now, we are on this Jom Les Sembang AIoT. We talk technology, we talk IoT, we talk AI. In this case, we are talking robotics. Robotics. Of course, in most of our sharing, in most of our sharing, we talk about more kind of what we call we were touching a bit more on the smart manufacturing. IR4 is also one of the key things that we want to talk about. And then within IR4, there are many pillars. One of them is AI, IoT, robotics, blockchain, and there are many other ingredients inside. So today we talk about this robot. And if let's say you have any idea or you have any comment at all, do write to us. See whether we are able to improve. Yeah, if let's say you have any comment, do give it to us. Okay, let's move on from here. Okay, what is this?
Now we move into the future of the robot. I think before the robot able to make the decision by itself, you need to learn from the human first.
Okay. So before we run this one, maybe can you play the thing that recently we visited one of the exhibition. We are also one of the participants during the exhibition. So can you just play this?
Yeah, this is still the hey, one got a higher one, G1. Yeah, taller. Yeah, that one more powerful. Yeah.
So this one you can move the head or?
Okay. That was the humanoid. Yeah, that was the humanoid. And then in the picture also, one of the he's one of the professor also. He is also the inventor for this humanoid robot. You can see, previously I don't believe that robot can stand so easily like that, because there's so many things that you need to take care of, right? So you can see the humanoid actually he can walk, and then at one occasion actually they can serve coffee also to some of the people. But during the show, we also see some movement until the humanoid want to drop want to fall off. So of course there are many places many improvement that need to be done. But if you look at this Tesla has got the Gen 3 robot humanoid. You didn't see this what they call Elon Musk. So he always introduced his own. I don't know whether it's real or not, but then there is something related to that. Tesla was working about. So let's move on from here.
So this one is a video released from the Nvidia. So this one they are using their own, we call the robotic framework to program their robot. So when we look at this one, this one is maybe it's the future where the robot can talk to another robot.
I see. So robot they can communicate.
Yes.
They can collaborate. So no more people, no more human being. No more human inside. So robot talking to robot, and then doing the process that they human one.
Yeah.
Okay. So speaking about this part, recently, you see, as you know, 𝐀𝐸𝐫𝐢𝐥, both of us are working under the 𝐀𝐸𝐫𝐢𝐥. So we do have a so-called this autonomous mobile robot builder support package. The other day I was talking to Sinrik, you know, in fact, today is a public holiday in Taiwan, so I want to invite him to talk about this part. So, see, just now Nvidia was doing this robotic thing. So, same thing, the Jetson platform, the Nvidia platform is used. Before that, it was running on the blue color, you know, the blue color box, the blue color box. That was Intel-based so-called AMR controller, robotic controllers lah, but more on the autonomous robot. Just now we talked until now, we didn't touch the autonomous, right?
No, we only touch about the robotic arm.
So maybe we can just add a little bit. See, the initial idea of robotic is to help people to solve problems like safety, very, very risky places, you know, unachievable thing that human can do. That is more on the hand, more on the hand, moving hand like that. But on the other part, the other part actually right now, before the AMR, autonomous mobile robot, there is AGV. Yeah, AGV is automated guided vehicle. But that one is on the track, you know. So they follow the track to move. But AMR is slightly different because it uses sensing devices like LiDAR. You know, he has his own LiDAR. He can do the mapping himself, so he can decide where to go. Actually, he is not deciding lah. The human is deciding where he's supposed to go lah. So that is an autonomous mobile robot. So of course, for 𝐸𝐸𝐫𝐢𝐥, we do have an autonomous builder support package that teach you how to build the AMR, the autonomous mobile robot. Yeah. So that was, I think we have talked about that. We shared about this one several rounds. You know, if you want to go back to our past video, you can see some of the demo that we have done. So talking about Nvidia, so right now in Taipei, they were working on this Nvidia platform, as Sinrik said. So that is also another platform. So you can choose right now, you want to go for Intel x86, or you want to go for Nvidia Jetson. I heard it's running on O-ring AGX, the higher end. Probably, just now, whatever you said, just now the 𝐓𝐸𝐴𝐥 something, maybe it's being used, I don't know. That part is not released yet, so I don't know. That is a thing that we are having. So, of course, for right now, 𝐸𝐸𝐫𝐢𝐥, and then we are touching these three key parts. One of them is IoT, AI, of course. Autonomous mobile robot is also one of our key things, but we seldom do this part because that one involves a lot of this engineering work, you know. So, if you have that kind of requirement, you know, we can talk about that lah. Yeah. See whether we can help you or not. So okay, let's move on from here. Do you have anything to say about this part, Arya?
It's very simple only.
Okay, it's a humanoid
It's a
collaboration.
To give our audience how the future looks like in the factory.
Okay, so that was was that the last one, the last part. So let's play the humanoid again. I want to show you this part. Why is this? You still remember or not? Yeah. Just play.
Yeah. This is still the one got a higher one, G1. Yeah. Taller. Yeah. That one more powerful. Yeah.
So this one you can move the head or?
Did you see that? Okay. Beside that, they have this robot dog. Robot dog is doing very well because four-legged. It's very stable. But two-legged thing is not easy. You can see that the humanoid actually basically is he keep on moving. You see, so he's trying to get his own balance. So it has to do something for it to balance himself. So one of the key thing that also used in this autonomous mobile robot, the AMR, is the what they call IMU, the initial motion kind of unit, some kind of sensor. So it's a kind of inertial thing. So it's basing on that thing to find the gravitation, center, so that you can balance yourself. So that sensor, that kind of sensing is very, very, very important. So yeah, so the behind that thing is very, very important. So of course, I have one question here. How are these modern robots redefine relationship with the human workers and machines in the factory floor? Yeah, how are modern robots right now? Just now the cobot. Actually, how do they interact?
How do they interact? I think for now in the factory, so some of the tasks that require very precision thing, so usually it's carried out by the robot. Because sometimes human will make mistake, robot would. So most of the time, after robot process the thing, human just collect the thing out, take the thing out from the robot, then the robot can continue.
So meaning to say, see, when we say AI will replace people, robot also replacing people, replacing people. But again, we always have a kind of self-consultation kind of word to some of the people, So robot is actually not replacing you, You actually, they find rooms for you to do more valuable things, more valuable tasks. So I don't know whether it's a real fact or we really need this.
No, actually, sometimes in the factory, because the working environment is not comfortable.
Okay.
So you really hard to find a worker that willing to do the job.
That is another problem statement why the robot has.
So especially our local people don't do this kind of job. Then we need to rely on the foreigner worker. So to solve this problem, maybe using robot is another alternative solution.
See, so from there onwards, humanoid, when humanoid come in, you see, the human part of the content is somehow AI is taking over. Vision, or maybe hearing next time. That part is actually very efficient. You see, a lot of work that this robot, when you are the one who do this job, you want to do recording, you practically, it's very hard for you to generate real-time data to your back end or host. But when robotic is doing, while he's doing, he can send data out, So he can actually, it's realized by the machine, it's a multitask, so it's doing all these things. So it's very super efficient, super efficient. That's why I think the kind of robotics, the robotic path in terms of this, in order to better the future kind of industrialization that needs this part is always there, and then it will go next time you can see more advanced thing in the future that you don't even able to think about, you haven't thought about that before, so things will happen that way maybe. I think that the direction is there. So of course, talking about that part, since AI is replacing people, robotic is also replacing people. So what can a human do? Maybe this is the last question that before we end.
This is a very big problem. So that's why for those who still don't know what is AI, I think it's the time for them to join our program.
Okay. That our training program to learn more about AI.
To know more about AI, so that you won't be easily being replaced by the AI.
So recently you see there is one, Malaysia government has set up a NAIO, National AI Office, to talk about ethical stuff about AI, what is the do and don'ts. You know, that is very important because next time robotic can hit people. Then you put emotion into it, so maybe his response is want to kill you.
Yeah.
So that sounds very funny, right? Okay. So yeah, before we end, I think can we show our this thing, our QR code? So basically, me and 𝐀𝐩𝐫𝐢𝐥, we other than doing something related to technology, AI stuff, so we also conduct a training. This is one of the training course. So right now there is a Rise Forward 2.0 that is provided by this HRDC, but under maybe MIDA or MITI. So there is a kind of a fully funded kind of fund where you can attend this training. But our training will be more focusing in smart manufacturing, where OEE is concerned, data collection is concerned, you know, how to improve your efficiency, how to better your productivity with IoT and AI stuff, but also includes some data analytics stuff that able to do optimization, predictive maintenance, and so on. So upcoming, we have this program going on. If let's say you are interested, or if you have friend, you know, in the SME, manufacturer or manufacturing related services, that you are eligible to apply for this thing. Yeah. So if you have friends or you are one of them, you can scan the QR code and also you can talk to us about that. Yeah. So with that, I think I would like to conclude our this thing. What is the last word that you want to share with the audience? You know, robotics is replacing people, AI is replacing people. What are the things that you can do best? Maybe
This thing you can't avoid one.
you can't avoid.
Yeah, you can't avoid.
So, okay. Well, I think human being definitely we have much more what they call possibility. Yeah, possibility. Not only limited by AI or IoT, not IoT, this AI or even robots. But then I think I also believe that human has got more possibility that is able to be done by only human being. You know, the robot may not able to to do that job for you. So with that, I would like to just to say thank you again, and for those of you who are still celebrating Hari Raya, Selamat Hari Raya again. And we will see you in the next session. Thank you. Bye-bye.